Alrighty then, it's time for Team Battle Nunu. Like I promised, I would upload last night. Which one? So, yes, this is also a normal game. I will tell you why I haven't played ranked. I planned on playing ranked earlier this week, but stuff kept coming up. And during the weekend, my dog unfortunately got sick. So I didn't want to play just in case I had to, stop everything I was doing and take her to go get help. Oh, thankfully she's recovering, so I'll be able to stream next week, or hell, even maybe today when this video is uploaded. That said, I'm playing Satan, the most dickish champion in the world. And you saw me there. I was gonna try to invade, but I got seen, so I decided just to go to my red anyways, and because it was the closest one and clear, from red to blue. You saw me eat one little wraith because the cooldown would be back anyway. So I believe my runes and masteries were something like 4, 9, and then a bunch of support. Doesn't really matter. You could build anything on Nunu and then you still shit on people's hearts. You only play Nunu if you want to be a massive dick. Like right here, look, my bottom lane opponents are just having a merry time crushing my friends. So I show up, throw snowballs on Gray's face, and slowly punch him in the face. Just like, take this. Then Braum comes in, helps me out. Vayne comes in too, to try to steal the kill, but luckily my red buff secures it for me. Hooray for me. Flash forward to try to kill the Blitzcrank, but he flashes away to survive. Fuck him, right? He's trying to live and I'm trying to get kills. So I waltz my way mid, just say hello and just running around amok. Now anyways, Nunu is one of those champions that sort of does a lot of odd things for a team composition. I mean, if you have a champion that really benefits from his blood boil, a la Vayne, like in my team comp, and hell, even Azir at this point, Nunu is a great pick. The second I saw Azir and Vayne being picked by my friends, I decided, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to play Nunu. The other thing that Nunu can do is, go straight out support or go tanky and just be annoying as shit, or just be the jungle dominating bastard of gods and Satans and hell and whatever, anything. In this game, I tried to do that, but I realized, it's really just pointless to try to do that when someone like Rek'Sai can just spot you, or invasion in general being hard. Hell, you even see I didn't buy a Poacher's Knife because honestly, Poacher's Knife is thematically awesome. But in practice, fucking pointless because everything else just outpowers it comparatively. Anyways, go to the enemy blue. My Azir teammate's being chased, so I make sure the blue doesn't reset so I can not take too much damage here. But I don't want it to completely reset because I want to still eat it. And as soon as Rek'Sai comes in, she forgets she could have knocked me up and she gets absolutely obliterated. And I get to steal blue. The Azir got a little upset that I didn't give it to him, but honestly I just wanted to bail because I knew the Nest was going to come in and kill me. By the way, I quite enjoy the fact that the enemy team has a Nasus and a Diana because I figured Nunu's pretty good against them. Against Diana, mostly because there's dick she can do, not so Rek'Sai actually. I can just show up, snowball her, and she can't get in position to get a Q or an ultimate, so it'll be annoying as hell. Unfortunately, the enemy team has a Blitzcrank, who I actually think is a really hard counter to Nunu, because he's got so many ways to interrupt your ultimate and, shut your shenanigans up. Now anyways, in this game, as you can see, I'm building myself supporty. So far, nothing but blue items. The Glacial Shroud for cooldown reduction, Mercury Treads, just to not be slowed down by the few CC my opponents have, like Nunu, what's his name, Nasus' W, though I doubt he'd use it on me. And I am also focusing on, well, I got Q first so I can get so I can get camps and get dragons, and then max it out my E so I can get the slows. But if I wanted to be super supporting and I felt my team would be able to help me, secure my jungle or we'd be dominating early, I would probably want to focus on Blood Bottle first so I can give Vayne more power. But it still doesn't matter. It works out this way either way. You saw me buy a Sightstone too, just so I can plop them wherever I go. And I'm a lot more liberal with my Sightstones than a lot of other players. I'll plop them anywhere just so I can get an idea of where the enemies would be and plan ahead. Though here, this is just bad. I knew Nasus was going to come, but I got so greedy because so far I've been kicking ass in the jungle. And I got killed! That just goes to show you don't get greedy. You don't get greedy or you're going to be sad. Still, though, my team is sort of dominating the lanes, and I got the jungle on lockdown, and my constant harassment and wars is making sure shit doesn't die, just, flounder and die. Also, keep in mind this, I'm building Righteous Glory as well. I'm going to be pure supporting this game. I want to do everything in my power to make sure Vayne and Azir don't get their ass kicked. I will engage in fights, shoot people away, and I use my ultimate mostly to slow, less for damage. So you'll see me hold on to it till the very end, even if it gets interrupted, just there to protect my teammates. Actually, I think a team fight where that happens is coming soon. Look, here I just go straight to the Diana and the Blitzcrank. If they focus me, that's fine, because the rest of my teammates are starting to bulldoze their way into the jungle. It's like, if they focus me, it's totally fine. Don't give a crap. Of course, my problem teammate also has the same idea and gets himself killed. Here, I'm distracted. Look, they're just focused on me, and my teammates are, we get a free tower. And like, if they had tried to defend the tower, I would have harassed them from behind. I would have gone to their minions and sort of dragged the minions to me so as to divert them from helping them defend the tower. It's just, as Nunu, if you want to help out your teammates in certain way, you can help out your teammates in certain ways just by literally annoying your opponents to hell. It's like Nunu doesn't have as much killing power as a lot of champions, and I mean his ultimate does deal a lot of damage, but it's ineffective. I mean inefficient. The best thing you can do as Nunu is just hinder your opponents. By the way, my teammates here lagged out, and that's why they died. I don't know, like Braum going in by himself, it's just dumb. Anyways, like, snowball. It's like they can't get in position, walk into them, use your ultimate, they're all slowed down, or just be a general nuisance. And when you buy stuff like Righteous Glory, Frozen Heart, or the Frozen Fist, or even Random Open, you just have to walk in, activate your items, and you just make the enemy team really angry. Righteous Glory is going to be useful in 2 of these fights. You see it be used. Then in other parts, it's kind of misused, so it doesn't matter too much. And Frozen Heart, just being alive will piss them off in combination with all the other slows I have. So yeah, just bug the enemy team so much to the point where they want to kill you, and they ignore the actual threats in the game. I believe this is the fight. I use my ultimate right here. I gave Righteous Glory to the Vayne. My ultimate, it slows down the Diana, and she ends up eating a full-fledged ultimate. Rek'Sai was also slowed down enough for the Vayne to get some, space in between them, and the rest of the team, in combination with the Azir, were kept away from contributing at all. So those were 3 very clean deaths. Also led to a death from the Blitzcrank. It leads to a tower, and it leads to an inhibitor. So, well, actually, no, it doesn't lead to an inhibitor. Yeah, we kind of have to run. But yeah, there. Also, I combined Chilling Smite to be an even bigger asshole. So yeah, if you want to play Nunu, you got to take risks. And honestly, like, if you die and you achieve a lot of gains, even if they're not very noticeable gains, like you didn't kill anybody but you hindered them, that can be acceptable. Just piss them off, keep them from your teammates. Like, if you died but your teammates got a tower, that's totally fine. If you died, but you slow the enemy team down, allow your teammates to get in a good position and start initiate a fight, that's fine. If your ultimate didn't get off, but you slow down the entire enemy team or forced out a few flashes, that's fucking perfect. There used to be a joke. It was always pissed me off where someone would say, Nunu's ultimate does a lot of damage. He can AoE ultimate 5 people, and some people would respond, lo. 5 just flash out, it's over. Well, you know what? If you put Nunu in the middle of the enemy team and use your ultimate and 5 flashes are blown, just so they don't die by his ultimate, congratulations, you succeeded. It was early on into the game where people kind of didn't understand what the terms of like value or trade-offs. By the way, my teammate got I'll go back to that in a sec. My teammate got a Baron. I show up. Same thing here. I sort of try to split up the enemy team. The Graves can't pass up to me, or else he get destroyed. They can't deal enough damage to kill me either, and I'm also just gonna keep. I kept Graves and Blitzcrank away, and I also just killed Blitzcrank too. It's like I'm just so hard to kill, but I can't be ignored. Anyways, back to what I was saying. It was back when people didn't understand value on anything. It's like, Nunu's ultimate is not good for the reasons a beginner player would think. It's like, oh, it does a lot of damage. You can destroy people. No. It's good for that slow. It's good for that perpetual slow. It's good for that really, really annoying slow. It's just, you saw that in that fight. It split up the Graves and the Blitzcrank. They couldn't join the fight. So much so that Blitzcrank actually had to waste one of his cooldowns in order to stop it. Even though, honestly, it wouldn't have killed anyone at that point. But watch, here the Vayne just sort of dies by herself, and that I kind of wanted to do something, but I couldn't. I probably should have used my ultimate in this case, but Blitzcrank showed up, and I was honestly very scared of getting fucked up by him. Honestly, Blitzcrank is a huge counter. But either way, here's what I mean. They give chase to me. I get dragged in. They do everything in their power to sort of harm me. And then I don't know, either they decided, you know what, there's other threats on the map, let's go after them. And they split up, and then they left the Blitzcrank by himself. So I'm like, yo, Cholo, you came to the wrong neighborhood. And me and Brom just slowly beat him to death. And like, the rest of his team are like, there's actual other bigger threats, but it just looks fun. It's like you just see this fucking Yeti and this gigantic Iceman, so just beat the robot to death. And there's nothing the enemy team could do to help them. So like, all I have to do is get in between them and slow them. And I'm so fucking hard to kill. Of course, no pun intended, I kind of did snowball in the beginning out of getting a few good kills and dominating the map. But it still speaks volumes to the strength of Nunu. I could have used this Sightstone Gold for an extra item, but I didn't. And that extra 800 plus, I think it's 500 more gold, could have been just, assumed to be the gold I got from the first blood and the extra kill. So it's not like you can't replicate this build. Tank builds are really easy to go. And I usually would tend to recommend to people to go a build like this on Nunu because honestly, a damage build on Nunu is unreliable, especially from the jungle. But once again, like just the Blitzcrank is just slowed beyond hell, and then the rest of my team sort of collapses on them. Then the enemy team decides to join the fight for some reason, and I use a smite to chill them. I go up on the Nasus, and he just gets slowed down so much he's forced to use the flash because he knows he's going to take too much free damage. And I go up and tank the tower because honestly it doesn't fucking matter. My teammates are able to get the tower as a result, and then engage on the enemy team. And once again, I join in. We destroy the Nasus, and what's-his-face Rek'Sai gets blown the hell up. And that's it. It's pretty much a clean sweep after this. I actually do. It's one of those times where I can say I played a huge impact in the game, mostly because I exerted a lot of pressure in the early game. My wards were everywhere, and I arrived at the right time. Plus, just generally keeping Vayne safe and alive during fights was the most important thing in the game. My friend Yuna can tear people up as long as we keep them alive. So you see there, we kept Rek'Sai alive. We will slow down Nasus no matter how much he tries. He just can't get close to the Vayne because of all the perpetual slowing. I love it. Nunu's such a fucked up pick you can make. And honestly, if you have no heart and you hate humanity, go ahead and pick him. Hooray for Jungle Satan. And he's viable in rank 2.